Hello, myself Darshana Patel from VPMP Polytechnic. My subject is Computer and Network Security, Unit number 1, and the topic name is Types of Attack. The objectives of today's learning is understanding various types of attack. Introduction. An attack can be of active or passive. An active attack attempts to alter system resources or affect their operation. A passive attack attempts to learn or make use of information from the system but does not affect system resources. Now, types of attack: deny of service attack, distributed deny of service attack, backdoor and trapdoor, sniffing, spoofing, man in the middle, replay attack, TCP/IP hacking, phishing attack, SQL injection, and malware. Today in this video, we are discussing first three: deny of service attack, distributed deny of service attack, and backdoor and trapdoor. Now first, deny of service attack, or say DOS attack. A DOS attack is an explicit attempt to make a computer resource unavailable by flooding the network with useless traffic. It attempts to flood a network, thereby preventing legal network traffic. It attempts to disrupt connection between two machines, thereby prevents access to a specific services. It attempts to prevent a particular individual from accessing a services. It attempts to disrupt services to a specific system or person. So these are the type of causes that done by the DOS attack. It is an active type of attack. As shown in figure, in DOS attack, here the legal user, say remote user, send request for accessing the services of the server by sending their regular traffic through the internet and through the network, and server respond the legal user in the term of their providing their services. But as shown in the figure, the attacker is involved in this communication. Here the attacker can send malicious traffic through the internet, and that malicious traffic takes control over all available bandwidth of the network, and hence it overload the server with the useless traffic, and hence the server is overloaded or gets down, and server is now unavailable to provide services to the legal user, say remote user. Thus, here the attacker involved in doing the DOS attack. Here a single attacker is involved for doing the DOS attack, and it deny the services of the server to the legal user through the attack, through the overloading the server with the useless traffic. Okay, so in DOS attack, one attacker and one internet connection is generally used for overloading the server with the useless traffic, or say flooding the server with the useless traffic. Now, DDoS attack, it is a distributed deny of service attack. In a DDoS attack, the army of the attacker consists of master zombies and slave zombies. These master zombies and slave zombies are compromised machines. The main attacker coordinate an order to the master zombie, and then in turn it coordinate to the slave zombies. The master zombies send attack command to slave zombies and order them to do a dose attack against the victim. In that way, the slave zombies, they began to send a large volume of packets to the victim and want to flood the victim system with useless load and hence exhausting its resources and overloading the victim with flooding. It is a kind of active attack. Here in DDoS attack, more than one nodes, more than one compromised machines are involved in doing an attack. So the DDoS attacks are very hard to detect because not only a single attacker is involved for doing an attack, but the number of nodes are involved in doing an attack. As shown in figure, here the main attacker, it creates the number of master zombies and then in turn the slave zombies. These master zombies and slave zombies, they are the machines or say the nodes which use the internet connection, and the attacker, they are coordinate and orders to the incoming master zombies, and that master zombies in turn coordinate and trigger to the slave zombies. For example, here the master zombies send some attack command to slave zombies and they ordering them to do a distributed kind of dose attack against the victim. In that way, the slave zombies begin to send a large volume of packets or flooded the system with useless load and hence exhaust its resources and overload the victim, and hence the victim goes down from providing the services. So it is a kind of DDoS attack where more than one number of nodes are involved in doing the attack. It is a kind of active attack. Next, the differentiation between the DOS and DDoS attack. DOS attack is a denial of service attack, and DDoS attack is a distributed denial of service attack. In DOS attack, the source of attack is from a single node, means one computer and one internet connection is used to flood a server with the useless traffic and hence take the bandwidth of the network. Whereas in case of DDoS attack, source of attack is not from a single node but from 1,000 of nodes, means multiple computers and multiple internet connection is used to flood the server with unwanted traffic and overloading it. In DOS attack, source IP is generally spoofed, whereas in DDoS attack, IP addresses are often not spoofed. DOS attack is hard to detect, whereas DDoS attack is very hard to detect as more than one number of nodes are involved in doing the attack at a time. Next, backdoor attack. During the development of a complicated operating system or application, the programmer adds backdoors or say the maintenance hook to the system. These backdoors allow them to examine operation inside the code while the program is running. But the attacker uses this backdoor to install malicious activity, to install some malicious software, files or programs and start malicious activity. The backdoor are generally for the programmer, and the program may allow a certain user to log in without a password or gain administrative privileges. There are a number of tools available to create a backdoor attack, such as Sub7, NetBuzz, and NetDevil. Trapdoors. A trapdoor is a secret entry point into a program that is created by the administrator, and that allows someone that is aware of the trapdoor to gain access within the system without going through the usual security access procedures. Means it bypassing the security procedure and provide access to the system. It is created by the administrator during the development of a complicated operating system. It is very difficult to implement operating system control for trapdoors. Trapdoors can be almost impossible to remove. For that, only a solution is that it can be removed by reformatting the system. Thank you for listening.